Do you believe in the resurrection of Jesus Christ? Jesus Christ was resurrected on the third day after dying on crucifixion. And for 40 days in Galilee region, Jesus worked hard with his disciples for missionary work. After that, Jesus traveled to the American continent by spaceship and preached to the Nephi peoples, Native Americans, who moved there from ancient Israel. Then, Jesus was lifted by a spaceship and carried from the spaceship to an alien base in the Earth's underground magma by teleportation. Jesus has been living there, sending messages to the faithful Christians living on the earth, and guiding them. The New Testament says that at that time people will see the Son of Man coming on the clouds of heaven with power and great glory after the heavenly bodies will be shaken, that is, the pole shift will occur. This means that the resurrected Jesus will return to earth on their spaceship with our Creators Elohim, space aliens, including Yahweh. Since the ancient people did not understand spaceships, Jesus used the expression the clouds of heaven. They may visit near Area 51 of the United States. Anyway, after the pole shift, the world government and the world capital city will be created in the United States. And the space embassy with 6-pointed star-shaped, hexagram, and dome-shaped structures will be constructed by the world government in the vicinity of the world capital city like Venus and Mars. So, it seems that the resurrected Jesus will visit the space embassy of the Earth on board their spaceship with the Creators Elohim, space aliens, including Yahweh. Then they will summon the selected survivors from all over the Earth to the space embassy. Yahweh and the resurrected Jesus will appear to the selected survivors, and will make a public speech that the space scientific era will begin on the Earth. Then they will congratulate the beginning of the new space scientific era together. Anyway, Jesus clearly stated that the Son of Man, Jesus, will return to the earth on a cloud, spaceship, in the sky. The resurrected Jesus himself will come back to the earth. It is after the time of hardship is over. In order to be able to see the figure of the resurrected Jesus and our Creators Elohim, the space aliens, we should prepare for the time of hardship and have a righteous life according to the law. The New Testament, Matthew chapter 24, verses 29 to 31, New International Version, NIV. The destruction of the temple and signs of the end times. Immediately after the distress of those days, the sun will be darkened, and the moon will not give its light. The stars will fall from the sky, and the heavenly bodies will be shaken. Then will appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. And then all the peoples of the earth will mourn when they see the Son of Man coming on the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And he will send his angels with a loud trumpet call, and they will gather his elect from the four winds, from one end of the heavens to the other. The New Testament, Mark chapter 13, verses 24 to 27, New International Version, NIV. The destruction of the temple and signs of the end times. But in those days, following that distress, the sun will be darkened, and the moon will not give its light. The stars will fall from the sky, and the heavenly bodies will be shaken. At that time people will see the Son of Man coming in clouds with great power and glory. And he will send his angels and gather his elect from the four winds, from the ends of the earth to the ends of the heavens. The New Testament, Luke chapter 21, verses 25 to 28, New International Version, NIV. The destruction of the temple and signs of the end times. There will be signs in the sun, moon, and stars. On the earth, nations will be in anguish and perplexity at the roaring and tossing of the sea. People will faint from terror, apprehensive of what is coming on the world, for the heavenly bodies will be shaken. At that time they will see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. When these things begin to take place, stand up and lift up your heads, because your redemption is drawing near. Thank you for your watching until the end. We appreciate your continued support so far. And thank you to subscribe, too.